Hi everyone, Ahalya here. I'm a contributor to A Humming Heart, and I've got the boys of the movement with me. We've got Sez on the beat, we've got Aniket, we've got Yungsta, we've got Lit Happu, we've got Dakait. Am I missing anybody?
No, that's all.
Hi guys, how are you?
All good, yo.
All
good.
I know album time is very hectic. You guys have been on the road shooting and stuff like that. So are you ready to get into the interview today?
Absolutely on point.
Okay, awesome. So I want to start off with actually just for people who are, catching us today to figure out exactly what the movement is. So if I'm not wrong, it is the record label, right? That all of you are now a part of, signed to.
It's a family.
It's a family. Okay, cool. Yeah. And all of you are part of it. And we've also got, so, when it comes to the album, the first album that is being released as part of the movement, it's difficult now when you've got so many people with so many stories, so much talent. Making an album with a collective, I feel like, is a pretty tall order. So can, one of you maybe said, why don't you start us off by just walking us through the process of how you actually all come together and put an album, retain your individuality, but then also, put out music as a family.
Making music is not difficult at all for all of us, because all of us are always in a creative zone, in a in a space to create. Mm-hmm. So, but with Chaand Paar, we all wanted to do something different. We wanted to hit the comfort zones also. At the same time, we wanted to experiment. Hence the title Chaand Paar. We wanted to go Chaand Paar with this project. We all came together. I started with the beats. We had a lot of brainstorming sesh happening simultaneously, and the song just happened. We awesome. Made an album.
So all of you were a part of pretty much all of the brainstorming sessions together, not just your individual tracks?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
that's cool. How it should be anyways, right? Because we should all share all the ideas. The drawing board should have everyone's opinion, and then we should make a track. That's how it is. Yeah, that's why it's a family also.
Yeah, because the one thing that I felt listening to the album was that, everyone's individual voices come out, but that's difficult to do when you've got like features on pretty much every track. So I was just wondering how that came about.
Even features were so nice on this project. Like, they were super helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. And what is the idea with the movement? Sez, why don't you bring us to speed with that? What is the idea behind the movement? Surely it's just the family is going to keep growing, right?
Absolutely, with time for sure. We just want to grow together. That's the main idea. The movement. We want to create a movement in the hip hop scene. We want to bring a new sound, a fresh sound, and just grow together. Keep creating some wholesome vibes and all that stuff along the way. Yeah.
And Aniket, Dakait, I'm a huge fan of both of your writing actually, and it's very unlike me to quote other rappers, but I'm going to just for the sake of this question. I once heard Jay-Z say something about how a lot of rappers don't always take from their personal stories; they also just write stories about stories. So how do both of you end up going about your writing? Do you sort of take only from your personal experience, or even just other people's stories?
नहीं अपने साथ क्या सीन है, मतलब सिर्फ पर्सनल स्टोरी का सीन नहीं है, मतलब अपना पर्सनल पर्सपेक्टिव तो रहता ही है, बट आसपास मेरे क्या चल रहा है और मैं देख रहा हूँ, तो वो सब मिलजुल के और मेरे जो पर्सनल पर्सपेक्टिव है वो मिलजुल के फिर वो पन्नों पे उतारा जाता है. ऐसा कुछ चलता है सीन.
इवन मेरे साथ भी सेम ही है, मतलब दोनों का राइटिंग प्रोसेस तो बिल्कुल ही सेम है. सो बेसिकली थोड़ा बहुत आई राइट अबाउट माय पर्सनल स्टफ, जो भी होता है, जहाँ डिपेंड करता है कि मेरे को अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ बतानी है. बट अगर इफ थोड़ा कमर्शियल जोन है या कुछ ऐसी चीज है जो वाइड पर्सपेक्टिव की है, जो सबकी लाइफ से कनेक्टेड हो, तो फिर मैं वो लिखता हूँ जो मेरे आसपास हुड में चल रहा है या मेरी टीम में चल रहा है या हमारे आपस में जब हम मूवमेंट वाले फन करते हैं तब चल रहा है, या जैसे भी लाइफ में जो चल रहा होता है वो लिख देते हैं. और आई गेस सभी टीनेजर्स की लाइफ ऑलमोस्ट सिमिलर ही है, तो सब रिलेट भी कर लेते हैं थोड़ा बहुत.
Yeah, absolutely. और I want to talk a little bit about the sound of the entire album. So Chaand Paar, while it has all of you individuals, on different tracks, some of you even have individual tracks. Like I was saying, the thing about the sound being very cohesive was very interesting to me because it can be difficult to have like people have their original sounds, but also every song sound like it belongs to an album. So was that like the intention from the beginning, or did that happen as you were just going along incidentally?
वैसे आई गेस ये सेज भैया ज्यादा बेटर बताएंगे क्योंकि उनका प्रोडक्शन उन्होंने करा है, बट हाँ फॉर मी लाइक वर्सेटाइल है बहुत ज्यादा एल्बम, क्योंकि इसमें आरएनबी ट्रैक्स हैं, लाइक जैसे हम पर्सनली हार्डकोर हिप हॉप करते हैं, बट स्टिल इसमें एक मतलब थोड़ा मतलब काम जोन का भी था, डकैत भाई का सिंगल, प्लस चांद पार इज थोड़ा आरएनबी जोन में है, तो मतलब डिफरेंट जॉनरास का एक मतलब कोलैबोरेशंस भी बोल सकते हो आप इसे, मतलब एक पर्टिकुलर सिर्फ एक जॉनर की पब्लिक के लिए नहीं है कि सिर्फ हार्डकोर हिप हॉप लिसनर ही सुन रहे हैं, थोड़ा चिल ऑडियंस भी सुन सकती है। लाइक जैसे मेरी मदर पर्सनली, मैं अगर उनको अपने हार्डकोर ट्रैक सुनाऊंगा तो वो इतना रिलेट नहीं करेंगे, बट चांद पार बहुत वाइड ऑडियंस के लिए भी है, मतलब वो मोटिवेशनल बातें हो रही है, तो एक मतलब बड़े एज का भी कोई भी जो हसल कर रहा है वो उस चीज से रिलेट कर सकता है, मतलब उस ट्रैक से। सो डिफरेंट स्टोरीज, डिफरेंट जॉनरास और डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ म्यूजिक। बाकी पूरा सेज भैया को जाता है उसका श्रेय, तो सेज भैया बताएंगे उसका आगे क्योंकि उनका प्रोडक्शन है।
ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है, सब इक्वली इम्पोर्टेंट है इसके अंदर, और कोई इंटेंशन नहीं था टू क्रिएट अ कोहेसिव साउंड, इट जस्ट हैपेंड एंड वी वांटेड टू क्रिएट म्यूजिक जो हम खुद भी सुन सकते हैं, जो और जिस तरीके का म्यूजिक हम खुद सुनते भी हैं, मतलब सो या दैट्स अबाउट इट।
Okay, cool. Happu, I actually have a question for you because when I first listened to the the tracks that you're featured on and your music, I was not expecting it to like fit in so well with the rest of the album because it's got a very upbeat sound, right? It's very upbeat, it's very vibey. Did you have to do something different to make sure that it like sits well with the rest of the album, or did you just do what you normally?
लाइक हाँ, हम कोशिश कर ही रहे हैं कि लाइक म्यूजिक बनाते रहे जैसे जो वाइब्स आ रही हैं। क्या मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्लियरली?
हाँ, आ रही है।
और बाकी ये भी है कि यार हम लाइक वी ऑल आर लकी कि लाइक कि हमें ना लाइक काफी लाइक एक्सपीरियंस बंदे भी मिले, लाइक कि हम सेज ब्रो को लाइक वो ले सकते हैं उनका एग्जांपल कि हमें कुछ चीजें लाइक पूछनी होती है या कुछ नया करने के लिए, अगर वी ऑल आर रैपर ना, तो हम लाइक म्यूजिक नहीं बनाते ना ये सब, तो वो लोग लाइक हेल्प करते हैं कि हम कैसा साउंड डिजाइन करें। वो लोग इतना मतलब वो इतना अच्छा साउंड डिजाइन करते हैं कि ऑटोमेटिकली ना मन करता है कि कुछ और अच्छा करने का और ट्राई फ्रेश करने का। बस यही है, मतलब करते रहेंगे लाइक जब तक हम गाने बना रहे हैं, यही चलता रहेगा बस।
और I think you only like in during the listening party आप ही कह रहे थे ना कि you wanted to do something happier क्योंकि like at the time there was just so much negativity around. Was that?
हाँ वो तो लाइक रहते ही आपको पता ही है लाइक कि जो हिप हॉप साउंड है तो ऑफ कोर्स वो मैं ये नहीं कहूंगा कि ये बुरी बात है अच्छी बात है, ये एक फैक्ट है कि हिप हॉप साउंड लाइक ज्यादातर डार्क में रहता है, मतलब जितने भी रैपर्स है ना वो पंच लाइंस वो डार्क रहता है। तो बस मैं थोड़ी बहुत कोशिश करता हूँ कि लाइक कि मैं अकेला नहीं हूँ, काफी सारे लोग और भी होंगे जो लाइक कोशिश करते हैं कि थोड़ा लाइक लाइट में भी लाइक थोड़ा लाइक पंच होंगे बट थोड़ा हैप्पी वे में, थोड़ा पॉजिटिव वे में, बस ज्यादा यही है बस।
I think the tracks on the album definitely like really represent that. But like I want to go to the other end of the spectrum now, Yungsta. I want to talk to you about Nama Cool because for me it's a very intimidating track. I just feel like, for the most part, like even just the production in the beginning, it just hits so hard right in the beginning. And then like even your voice and your tone is just very intimidating. So like, can you just take us through the making of that song?
So it's not like itna zyada to kuch hai nahi usme. The thing is that so the first track that we made was Chaand Paar, and that track is all vibey, and I'm talking about aspirations, I'm talking about like whatever like the testament that movement is, like whatever the vision is. And then the next track that we made was like I was working simultaneously on Nirvana as well with Anumita and Happu. So both these tracks were very vibey and like just as Aniket ne bola ki usme thoda R&B ka flavor hai usme. It's all upbeat, it's all positive, it's all funky, chill, that way. So but by the roots, I'm a rapper, and I wanted to like go there and show people ki punchlines and skills, matlab, all that, the skills, the creativity, and the identity of a rapper who's making it. So just to add that flavor, I need to, and also Loot as a track is hip hop, like it's as hip hop as it could get. This album could get, like this peak hip hop is Loot. So Namakul stands at a place where it's experimental hip hop, but जब वो beat बनाई Sez ने, तो I had to like go in and I had to like be the intimidating self that I am, like I'm on the mic, so I had to like channel that. तो वही ऐसा, मतलब वो beat का flavor ही ऐसा है कि I had to bring that to the table. Like either I could have gone into a different contrast with the beat, but I felt कि वो already हमने काफी गानों में कर रखा. Like Dacait's beat is also, it's not too pop, but I would say that the bass line is pretty hefty, like that way, डूबा डूबा, but उसमें Dakait ने contrasting चीज कर दी है. तो just to be on that level कि हाँ, like एक punchline centric trap song भी है album में. And if you notice that Namakul track doesn't have any kicks, it's all 808s.
Yeah.
So that's something that's also there. तो मतलब वही है कि it's all like चारों solos जो album पे है, वो चारों अलग flavors के हैं. अनिकेत का भी trap है, but it's very ऐसा typical trap, not in a, of course, not in a bad way, but in a positive sense of it, it's typical trap. It's dope as typical like trap song. So, but Namakul mein I had to like, the beat ko like, ऐसा compliment करने के लिए I had to come with that pen and that tone.
Yeah, no, it's a very nice listen. When I said intimidating, I just meant that like.
No, yeah, I get it. I'm just, yeah.
I'm just, very hard, very quickly, and you're just like, what just hit me? I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. I actually, you know what, Dakait, I want to talk to you about Dooba Dooba because I feel like Yangi was just saying, it's very, you can vibe to it if you don't pay too much attention to the writing, but if you do pay attention to the writing, again, it hits very hard because it seems extremely personal. So was that like a difficult song for you to write, or was it like, did it just flow right out of you?
नहीं, डिफिकल्ट तो नहीं कह सकते, बट हाँ मैंने उसमें थोड़ा सा टाइम एक्स्ट्रा लगाया है लिखाई में. तो वैसे नॉर्मली मतलब मैं ट्रैक्स जल्दी लिख लेता हूँ कभी भी, क्योंकि मैं फीचर सोलो से ज़्यादा मैंने फीचर्स किए हैं. तो फीचर्स में क्या होता है, फटफट मैं दूसरे बंदे की ट्रिप वाइब उठा के और अपनी वाइब उसमें पुट ऑन कर देता हूँ फटफट. तो इस बार सोलो में बीट भी ऐसी थी कि उस पर मुझे सोचने पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा मजबूर किया और थोड़ा सा मैंने ज़्यादा टाइम लिया लिखने पे. और अपना पर्सनली जो मेरी उस समय ट्रिप चल रही थी, तो वो मुझे उतारने में मतलब हेल्प किया काफ़ी उस बीट ने. तो परफेक्ट बीट मुझे मिली उस समय के हिसाब से और मैंने उतार दिया जो मुझे उस समय कहना था.
Nice, very nice. The Dooba Dooba is a really cool track. And Sez, I want to bring it back to you, Abhi. I think it was again during the listening party preview that we, some of us were lucky to have, that you were saying you don't want to just at the end of the day be known as a beat maker. I mean, it's something you're amazing at, but you don't want that to be your only persona, right? And is the movement and now this album Chaand Paar, is that the start of something like an evolution of sorts into something more?
Yeah, just me putting my, so basically, so what I want to do is like people do sound design. I want to design records basically. I just don't want to make beats alone, right? I like mixing and mastering a lot as well, so I like to do a lot of sound I like to manipulate a lot once we record, so yeah, definitely I'm more than a beat maker since a while now. And with the movement, definitely that's one of our main intentions also, to put that side of me out, where I'm experimenting a lot more with the mixes also, so that they bang for sure, but there's always something fresh and something new in that. For example, like with like I love SFX elements, so I love to incorporate those in the mixes, where I put some effects which goes with the verse, like whatever the boys are saying in the verse. So yeah. definitely an evolution for sure. Yeah.
Nice. And which song on Chaand Paar was the hardest for you to sort of like complete and put together? And could you tell us why?
None really.
None.
All of them were equally hard to tackle. At the same time, easy to tackle also. Yeah.
Okay.
Because all the songs are unique, very, very unique. Every artist brings a unique flavor. They have their own tones, they have their own voice, right? So yeah, every mix is a hard mix. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to go one by one now and ask each of you like what your favorite song from the album is, and just tell us why, so that people. I'm sure the album will be out by the time this interview is out also, and people will be able to listen to the songs. But Sez, could we start with you? Why don't you just tell us which is your favorite? I know it'll be very difficult for you to pick, but if you want to.
I don't have a favorite because all the songs are so unique that like it depends on my mood, honestly. Like what mood I am in. So जो जैसा mood होगा वैसा वाला मैं गाना play करूँगा. So all songs are on fucking point for me.
Okay, awesome. Happu, what about you? Is there one that you would just keep listening to over and over again?
From
Or
Chaand Paar.
even not favorite, a favorite for now, just for now.
Favorite for now, yeah.
So now, Loot.
Loot, okay.
Loot or Nirvana?
Loot and okay, got it. Aniket, Dakait?
मतलब पर्सनली मेरा तो वैसे लूट है क्योंकि वो मेरे जोन का भी है ना, मतलब मारपीट वाला, मतलब लाइक बैंगर काइंड ऑफ जोन. तो लूट मतलब उसे मैं रिपीट पे सुन लेता हूँ. वैसे मैं यूजुअली अपने गाने कोई सुनता नहीं हूँ, बट लूट अभी शूट भी हो रहा था तो बैक टू बैक वैसे भी सुना है. तो लूट फॉर मी इट्स लूट.
हाँ, we have to give that warning कि हम अपने गाने नहीं सुनते रिपीट पे.
मेरे लिए तो सभी फेवरेट हैं वैसे, क्योंकि सारे की अलग अलग वाइब है. जब जैसा मूड हो तो वैसा गाना सुन सकते हैं. बट अभी के लिए निर्वाणा, मतलब अभी के लिए निर्वाणा सुनना चाहता हूँ, मतलब मैं लूप पे, क्योंकि उसकी वाइब है पॉजिटिव काफी. और मैं थोड़ा हार्डकोर वाइब में रहता हूँ तो थोड़ा वो सुनने का मन है अभी.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Yangi?
वैसे तो भाई एज सेड कि मूड पे डिपेंड करता है. कभी लाइक वही है कि कभी किसी को अच्छा ऐसा वाइबी ट्रैक है तो निर्वाणा इज देयर. डूबा डूबा इज आल्सो लाइक ग्रेट. बट हाँ, आई थिंक राइट नाउ क्योंकि वीडियो शूट करके आए हैं ना, मैं ग्रेट लाइक गिटार freak. So yeah, Loot, because the hook has the crazy guitars going on, right? So Loot.
Okay, awesome. Well, I think you guys have really accomplished something very cool with this album. I'm really, happy that I got to catch up with all of you and also just to listen to the album through the preview, just even now. It's definitely got some incredible writing and some really, really cool production. So all the best with it. And
Thank you.
What's next for the movement before we leave today?
A lot more music.
A lot more music. Okay. Chalo. I mean, let's get done with the first album and then I'm sure we'll see a lot more on the horizon. But thank you so much for joining us today and all the best with the album release. Lots of excitement.
Thank you.
Thank you.